Here we are at the beginning of the 2015 session, and once again, the budget is going to be an issue. What are some of the key things folks back home need to know about the state budget?
Well, what you need to know is that the press is not telling the entire truth. They're emphasizing the so-called shortfall. You know, they always talk about a budget shortfall, and what that means is people's wish lists from the different agencies and departments might not get filled. The reality is, yes, it's true that the Supreme Court ordered us to pay more into the education fund, and it's true that there will be some additional lawsuits from taxpayers that we need to pay for. And then, of course, Initiative 1351 will increase costs by anywhere from $2 billion to $8 billion if you include the capital funding, extra classrooms that would need to be built to make 1351 actually happen. All that being said, the part that seems to be getting left out of the conversation too frequently is that the state expects an extra $3 billion to come in just because of taxes that have already been passed previously. And not only that, but that's an increase of about 8%. So I don't know about you, did your family get an 8% raise last year, in the last 2 years? I'm guessing not. Most of my constituents would have to answer no to that question. So just as before, I will be voting no on any increased taxes. I think we should focus on using the money that's already coming in more wisely, because frankly, that money has more than doubled since the year 2000.
So up to this point, what are we seeing from Governor Inslee regarding the budget?
Well, frankly, I was a little disappointed with his opening speech the other day. He didn't seem to really create any new policy answers or solutions. It was the same old tired stuff. How about a bottled water tax? Oh, sorry, the voters already said we don't like that. How about a tax on e-cigs? It seems to me that some people just can't seem to think out of the box of higher taxes to solve every issue. I don't think that's the answer.
Tell us what committees you've been assigned to this year and how they line up with your community and your passion as a state legislator.
Right, so I'm actually only on 2 committees this year. I'm still assistant ranking on Early Learning and Human Services, which covers basically birth to age 8, and then all of the social services for the weak and vulnerable populations in our state. And that does align with my core goals, which is to focus our funding and our policy on taking care of public safety and education and caring for the most vulnerable. So I'm really tickled that I was able to keep that position on that committee. I'm also on a committee that's new to me. It's affectionately referred to as the Vice Committee. It's called Commerce and Gaming officially, but it's about gambling, marijuana, alcohol, things like that. So I'm on a learning curve on that committee, but I think it'll be fun because I love to learn.
This past year has been a difficult one, unprecedented really for your community. What do you want to say to the folks in your district who went through a lot last year?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you. All of you just stepped up to the plate and helped out our dear neighbors in Oso and Darrington. And all of the family members, I know you're spread out throughout the district and around the state and even the country, and everyone just pooled their energy and efforts and prayers together, and I want to thank you for coming together to help everybody through not only the Oso slide, which was so awful, and we're all still reeling from that, frankly, but also the Marysville-Pilchuck High School shooting. I mean, just 2 huge tragedies in our district within the same year. It has been a very tough year, and I'm sure I'm not alone in saying I was really glad to celebrate the beginning of 2015 and say goodbye to 2014. But I know that you're very strong. The whole state now knows Oso strong, but the phrase I learned was log her up. And so that's what I'm here to do in Olympia, is log her up and get the job done.
Now that you're down in Olympia, how can folks contact you during session?
Well, there are a lot of ways to contact me, so I hope you will, because really I'm here to be your voice, and I can be a better voice the more I hear from you and the more clarity I have on what your positions are. So please do contact me at the phone number at the bottom of this screen. I hope you'll put it into your cell phone so you can call me whenever you have a suggestion. You can also come down and visit. You can email me. Maybe that'll be put on the screen too. You can show up either on the fly, maybe you're on the way to Oregon or something, just drop in. Or you can let us know ahead of time that you're coming, and my legislative assistant, Ashley, might be able to work you in for a visit or even lunch. So I'd love to sit down and chat and just have that touch from home. It gets long and lonely down here, so please do come down and visit or pick up the phone if you can't make the drive.